It started with a small doctor's office in California locking up on an ordinary day in July, and ended with patients' private records dumped online because the practice could not come up with $5 million. Nothing about that is new. This part is, the men who did it worked in cybersecurity. One managed incident response, the team you call on the worst morning of your life. Another negotiated with ransomware crews on behalf of victims. In 2023, they were on the other side of that call. Ryan Goldberg, 40, of Georgia, managed incident response at a security firm. When a company got hit, his team went in to stop the bleeding. Kevin Martin, 36, of Texas, was a ransomware negotiator, the person a victim hires to talk the number down. A third man, Angelo Martino, worked in the industry too. The Justice Department put it flatly. All three had special skills in securing computer systems against, quote, the type of harm they themselves were committing. They did not build anything, they rented it. The ransomware they used, Black Cat, ran as a service. One group writes the malware, runs the leak site, handles the payments. Anyone else signs up as an affiliate. Break in, deploy their software, split the money when a victim pays. These three agreed to hand the administrators 20%. That platform hit more than 1,000 victims worldwide. No elite hacker picked you. There is a subscription and somebody signed up. Between April and December of 2023, they hit 4 companies: medical device, pharmaceutical, engineering, drones. One victim paid roughly $1.2 million in Bitcoin, which the 3 men split and laundered. But the one that matters is the doctor's office, in July, a demand of $5 million. Whatever that practice had in the bank, it was not that. So they said no, and the crew had already copied the files out, which is what makes modern ransomware worse than a locked file. Saying no did not end it. It moved the punishment. The patient data got leaked. The Justice Department said they played hardball, going, quote, so far as to cause the leak of patient data from a doctor's office victim. Put your own business in that chair, not the break-in, the demand. If a number you cannot pay landed on your screen tomorrow, what happens next? Most owners have half an answer. Can we get the files back? Almost nobody has an answer for the other half, which is that the files already left the building, and strangers are deciding what to do with your customers' information. Backups solve the first problem. Nothing you buy afterward solves the second. Now, the detail that separates this from every other ransomware case. Martino, the third man, negotiated for ransomware victims. That is a real job. A company gets hit, hires a firm, and someone sits in the chat window arguing the ransom down for them. Prosecutors say he used that seat. He shared confidential victim information with the attackers to drive the ransom up. The victim believes the person typing is working the price down. The attacker already knows what they can afford because the negotiator told him. It fell apart in 2025. FBI Miami worked the case and interviewed Goldberg in June. He did not cooperate. He and his wife took a one-way flight from Atlanta to Paris on June 27th and spent nearly 3 months moving through Europe. When he flew from Amsterdam to Mexico City, agents were waiting. He was arrested on landing and deported. The FBI's cyber chief said they tracked him through 10 countries. He and Martin were indicted that October, pleaded guilty in December, and on April 30th, 2026, each got 4 years in federal prison. 2 moves, both startable this weekend. First, make no survivable, a backup the ransomware cannot reach, offline or somewhere a copy cannot be deleted, and then restoring from it once, on a normal Tuesday before you need it. An untested backup is a rumor. Second, shrink what is worth stealing. Go through what your business stores about customers and delete what you do not need, because a record you do not have cannot be leaked. Then write 1 page, who you call and who you notify. Deciding that on the worst morning of your life is how a bad day turns into a closed business. That office never got a hacker in a hoodie with a foreign accent. It got a subscription product, deployed by a man whose day job was helping people in exactly that situation. The lock was never really the point. The copy that left the building was. Breach Brief breaks down one real attack on a small business every week. What happened, what it cost, and the one thing that would have changed it. Subscribe so the next one finds you. This is reporting on public court records, not legal or security advice for your business.